In this episode, the ROUS channel returns to Cozumel. Stay tuned to see the remarkable underwater colors that await us.
This will be the first of 2 episodes devoted to this trip. In part 1, we'll be diving on these 3 sites, and divers flock here to see these places. There's a dive site map of Cozumel over there, and we've circled the locations where we'll be heading today. But let's back up a little first. Where is this island? The island of Cozumel is in Mexico, just there off the Yucatan Peninsula. Zooming in some, you can see its location a little better. And over there on the right, you can see Google satellite imagery of the island's west coast and shoreline. We'll be diving right there, where that red line follows the coast. We'll start with a reef that is certainly one of the most famous and most visited dive locations on the island. If you're looking for bright coral and sponges, Palancar Reef is the right place. Today the channel will be diving with an awesome Oklahoma-based dive operator called Scubabros and their Cozumel partner Challenge Diving. We'll provide links and contact information for them below in the description. And here's our dive team dropping down onto the sandy ledge above Palancar's wall. I'll stop talking now and just let you witness some of the remarkable sights that we saw in this special place. This was one of the most colorful reefs that this channel has dived on, and it's no wonder that Palancar Reef is as famous as it is. If you haven't dived here yet, you'll want to start your Cozumel diving experience right here. Now we'll move north up the coast a little to dive a popular shipwreck. We can't even begin to pronounce the name of this ship, but here in Cozumel it's usually just called C53. That's our dive guide Eric, briefing us on the dive site and going over information that will make the dive a safe one for us. Wreck dives always require a greater level of caution and attention to detail. We're always looking for a wreck that we can film in black and white. Some wrecks just seem to film better that way, and C53 provided us with that opportunity. So we'll drop out of the color spectrum for this dive and then hop back in later. Okay, let's go see her. She measures 184 feet long and originally entered service as a U.S. Navy minesweeper. She was eventually sold to the Mexican Navy, converted into a gunboat, and then given the number C53. After 55 years of service, the ship was decommissioned and sunk here in 82 feet of water. C53 now serves as an artificial reef and dive site. Okay, enough of that black and white business. Let's go visit Tormentos and see some more colorful marine life. But first, let's talk about drift diving. Pretty much every dive in Cozumel is a drift dive. This is caused by the strong ocean currents here, and it's pretty difficult to swim against them. So you just go with the flow. Here's our dive team again, and you can see us moving without much effort. Tormentos is a classic Cozumel drift dive. The boat from Challenge Diving dropped the team off and is now following our trail of bubbles from above. At the end of the dive, we'll signal them with an inflatable marker and they'll come to collect us again. Drift diving in ocean currents can be a challenge at times, but it's a great way to cover a lot of ground in a single dive. And it does give our dive guide Eric an opportunity to practice his surfing. The boat is now up there overhead, and we need to do some decompression safety stops before reboarding. So we'll wrap up this dive and this episode right here.
What's coming up next? Well, before we get to part 2 of this Cozumel adventure, we'll come back to New Mexico, where we are right now. We'll return to our ongoing summer chili pepper run series with a trip to a scenic valley hidden high up in the Rocky Mountains. After that, we'll return to Cozumel again and pick up where we left off today.
If you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to our channel. We love sharing our little adventures with you and then reading your comments.
Thanks for visiting us today, and we'll see you next time.